Hello and welcome back to my channel CAD with Jordan. Today we're covering the Extrude tool and just about everything that you need to know about it. And before I jump into the video, make sure you check the link in the description for a free enrollment into my Autodesk Inventor course while it's still free, and this is only for a limited time. So to begin using the Extrude tool, you obviously need to open up a part file and then begin starting a sketch. I'm simply just going to draw a square. Once you've finished your sketch, you can press the E hotkey to access the Extrude tool shortcut. Once the Extrude tool is out, this menu will appear detailing your potential options while using the tool. The Extrude tool will automatically select your profile for you, given that there's only one sketch available. In the event that multiple viable sketches are available, you can use the profile part of the menu here to select the sketch profile that you'd like to use, and you can see that it actually changes color to show that this is the sketch that's highlighted. So now that you've selected your profile to extrude, a preview will show the outcome. You can toggle the type of preview using this button right here, found at the very top right hand side of the menu. This makes it much easier to see through and can be useful when dealing with complex shapes. For now, I'm just going to go back to the original preview though. Now if we move down the menu into the behavior section, we can now select the direction of the extrusion, given that it isn't automatically started in the correct direction. The first two of these behaviors work in exactly the same way, and they just change the direction of which the extrusion is being created. So my original plane is on the right hand side here, it's that blue line, and I can just decide which side of that blue line is going to go. The third icon shows a symmetrical extrusion and does exactly what it says on the tin. Any extrusions created using this behavior will protrude equally in both directions from the blue line. So a 10mm extrusion will result in a 5mm extrusion on the left hand side and the right hand side here. The last of the behaviors that we have available to us here is the asymmetrical option, and works the same as the previous symmetrical tool, except giving you the option to change both of the directions. So rather than having a 10mm extrusion go 5 each way, I can have a 10 on one side and then a 5 on the other. So changing how far both directions will go will grant you a lot more control over the outcome. While using this asymmetrical option, the distances A and B can be swapped really quickly by just clicking on these arrows right here. As you probably already know, the distance of the extrusion can be typed within these input fields here. Something you may not know, this can also be accessed through the input field that appears over the model also, simply by clicking into it. Not only that, for a less precise, more creative way of creating an extrusion, you can click and drag the arrows that appear on your model. This helps to get a better feel for how far an extrusion needs to be without the need to constantly type in different values over and over again. And once you've figured out the general size of the extrusion, I recommend typing in a rounded number. So right here I would probably go to 7. This way it ensures my accuracy is maintained. The next input down from our input field here is our output, and we can actually change the name of the body that it creates here using this field. After that, we have the advanced properties, and you might have to actually click on advanced properties to open up that menu. And within this menu, you can control the taper of an extrusion for a shape that gradually gets bigger or smaller. So I'm just going to set this to 12, and you'll see that it gets a lot bigger as it goes out with the extrusion. And you'll see that if I make the extrusion double the size, the taper carries on the entire time. And this can be taken to quite the magnitude, as you can see here. Adding a minus into this input field will create a taper that gets smaller as it goes. Alternatively, rather than typing in the minus, you can just click on these arrow icon right here, and that will automatically change between the minus and positive version for you. So that covers just about everything, except there is one thing missing. If you start a sketch and extrude on a face rather than on a plane, then the menu expands slightly, giving you a few more options here. This is the output section of the menu, and these options drastically change how the tool works. The first of the options is your classic extrude tool that creates mass, just like I've been showing you so far. The second option cuts into the bodies, and as you can see, it cuts through, and when I press OK, now my extrusion is deleting material rather than creating it. So if I open up my extrude menu again, I'll show you the next third option, the intersect tool. And the intersect tool will delete everything else that doesn't fall within the parameters of this extrusion. This, combined with the taper effect, can yield some pretty unique results. If you'd like to learn more like this, then feel free to click the link in the description to enroll in a free course that should get any beginner up and running using the software. Once again, this is only for a limited time, so act fast before it's too late. Thank you for watching.